Hey.
All right, it says we're live. It's a couple of minutes before the hour, and have some sound from us and maybe a bit of our standby. If you can see and hear that, let us know.
It's just one place.
Okay, be able to do that.
Okay. Know where it is. Yeah, that Arizona time zone always messes. Time zones in general mess me up. Forget about Arizona.
Hear you, but no see 'em.
Although I think Arizona is the smart one. We should all follow.
Hello, Michael.
Hey, Michael, long time no see.
Yeah. Rick says he can't see us, but can you see the standby screen, Rick? Yeah, we can hear you. Okay.
So many things here. I think it's time to start.
Maybe. Okay. Are you ready?
Are we set?
I don't know. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 180 of What Does This Button Do? It's an educational show about smartphones and technology with us geeks on tour. Today's beginner's lesson is about making photo GIFs. Or GIFs.
No, not GIFs.
GIFs. But first, a quick tip. What do you have there, Chris?
Panorama for group photos. I'll bet you might be going to several parties this time of year, and people are gathering inside, and you try to get a group shot. How do you do it? You keep backing up into the corner, and you tell everybody to squeeze together, and you say, you're still not, Joe, you're out of the, get down. People kneel down. Here's a tip. You can use Panorama. And we do it every time we teach a class, and we take a panorama of the group. You can also do fun things. Can you tell in that picture, Jim is in the picture twice. He's over on the left-hand side, and he's on the right-hand side. How does that happen? Because a panorama means you go into panorama mode, and I'll show you where that is in just a second. And then you start the photo, and then you pan the room, and you stop the photo. And it creates one photo. It's the panorama on these smartphones is exquisite. It is so good. And just for fun, what Jim does as I'm panning, he runs around behind me and gets on the other side. So that is just fun. People think of panoramas for mountain scenery, but it really is a great thing for indoors. Let me just show you real quick on both the Samsung and the iPhone where you find that. So this is the Samsung. If you're in your camera, there it is right there, panorama. You're usually on just photo. So see down here, so you just go over until it's at panorama. And then you have to start the photo and stop the photo. And One thing to really know is you have to hold the phone vertical. I normally hold my phone horizontal for photos, but a panorama is going to be very wide, so you want as much height as possible. Okay, on the iPhone, same thing. It is the camera, and it's just called, you'll just see the word pano. There it is, all the way over at the right. And notice on this one, it tells you, okay, pan from left to right. Well, what if you are all set up to pan from right to left? Quick tip, just tap that arrow and it turns the other way. And then you have a...
Yeah, I have a tip. When you're doing a panorama, instead of doing one of these wide, sweeping pano motions, I recommend that you pivot the phone. So you start at one point, and then as you're taking your panorama, you just pivot the phone around to get the other end of your panorama and then tap again. That way it'll eliminate a lot of that scalloping that you get when you have a panorama. If you have a wide panorama, especially inside with low ceilings, you see that thing scallop out. So that's my tip for panorama.
Use Panorama, they're great.
Really are. Cool. Great. Look, there we are. Hi, everyone. I'm Jim, and here together with my wife, Chris, we are Geeks on Tour. And do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? Do you have questions about your Android phone or your iPad tablet, and how do you learn about these amazing devices?
Well, we are geeks, also known as propeller heads, who teach. We think the best way to learn is in bite-sized pieces on a regular basis, which is why we come up with these shows. And all our 180 now shows are archived on our website. And as you'll learn today, the show notes, we write up detailed show notes for members only. And as our Christmas gift to our members, I have made a PDF book of 2 years worth of those show notes. And we'll be showing you later on in the show how to get that.
Cool. All right, Chris, where are we now?
We're home.
Again.
We're home. And it really is beautiful here. There's a reason that we traveled for 14 years and settled right back in South Florida. Look at those flowers.
They're gorgeous.
La Florida, land of flowers.
Well, we're not going to have a backstage pass today because, as Chris was talking about earlier, we have a Christmas party to go to right after this show. So if you're looking forward to that, well, try and
next time.
Next time. Sorry about that. Any questions here? Oh, see any there, but there might be some.
Oh, Michael Daniels says this would be great from my gimbal. Panoramas with the gimbal. You've been playing with that.
Yeah,
gimbal.
I got one of those gimbals too, so I'm messing around with it. Yeah, there's some. It would work well with the gimbal because it enables you to do that pivot much easier. Yeah.
Chuck Barker is here. Hello.
Hey, Chuck.
The Squatch Soap for Men ad in. oh, an ad. Well, we don't put the ads in, but we do allow YouTube to put ads in. So
cool. Well, our beginner's lesson today is great gifts from your photos, and that's Chris's job. She does these beginner's lessons. So what kind of photo gifts can you get, Chris?
It is just so cool. One of the basic ones is just prints. This is a particular type of print that is on a foam core, and it just has sticky pads on the back. And you can just stick them on the wall. We have a whole wall full of these photo tiles, they're called. And I took this off the wall, and it did not leave any marks. I will go put it back on right where I took it off. That's a photo tile. Then there are mouse pads. I love using my mouse pad that shows my RV life as it was. Photo books are, of course, the kind of the mainstay of photo gifts. And coffee mugs. Where's my coffee mug? There it is. Coffee mugs with pictures. And our logo is just a picture, but we have some with just travel photos. Get your day started right by drinking your coffee and looking at your wonderful travel photos. Calendars, t-shirts, tree ornaments, pillows, blankets. It's unbelievable what you can get. And what great gifts to give. It's, a personalized gift. So how do you get them? Well, the two granddaddies of photo gifts are Snapfish and Shutterfly. But Walmart is pretty amazing also. All you do is set up a free account at one of these stores, and there are others. These are just kind of the top ones. You upload your photos using their website or using a phone app. So all three of these have a website and a phone app. Then you choose the type of gift you want, and then you add your photos to it. You pay for it, give them a shipping address, or in some cases you can pick it up in store. Give them a credit card number, and you get your gift in the mail. Or your friend, if you gave their address, gets their gift in the mail. Now, if what you want is a photo book, I recommend and you use Google Photos, as I'm sure you do. If you're watching our show, I'll bet you're using Google Photos. So, a photo book by Google Photos, and they start at $9.99 for 10 photos, I think it is, and you can have up to 20 photos. You have to have a minimum of 20 photos and up to a maximum of 100. You can get a hardcover book or a softcover book, and there's no need to upload your photos to a different service. You're already on your photo site. Google Photos does the printing, and it's really soft, and I want to show you in a little live demo here how you can create a photo book. I'll bet you in less than a minute. If somebody wants to time me, I'll show you how you can make a photo book in, I think, less than a minute. If you're talking about a particular friend, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a photo for a friend of ours. I'll just go to here.
Great.
So I'm using Google Photos, and you tap on the three-line menu and choose Print Store. There we go. Print Store. And now you can get photo books, you can get photo prints, or you can get canvas prints, wall art. I'm talking about a photo book. And it has already made it has some suggested photo books already made for me. But here I can say friends and Jimmy Lyon, who's a good friend of ours, and done. There's my photo book with a cover. Now I could customize it, but if it looks good, you just tap checkout. That will cost me $16 in a soft cover, and you check out, and it knows your credit card because it's on your Google account, and you're done. And it will come in the mail usually within a week. So that's how you can create one automatically. But what if you want to do a little bit more effort and make a little bit more of an involved, customized book? Then, yes, next. Then there are 3 ways to select photos for your book. The first is what I just showed you.
Hi, this is Chris Cole from Geeks On Tour, and this show.
Bullet points. Okay. All right. So let the print store do it for you. That's what I just demonstrated. You can just boom, boom, boom. It's all done. Or you can manually select photos from your library, then tap on print store. But that you have to do it all in one process. You can't go back and rework it then. Or the last one is to make an album first, and then you can come back to it any time to make the book. And now I have a video.
Hi, this is Chris Gould with Geeks On Tour, and this Show Me video is about making a photo book from Google Photos. First, let me show you what one looks like. I've gotten several and I love them. I get the soft cover copy, and this is the only size, no choice in the size of the book, but I need to tell you how smooth it feels, and I think the quality is just great. I want to show you that you can add simple captions, and you can make photos be full page size in addition to a couple other layouts. So how do you do it? First, you need to select the photos that you want in your book. There's 3 ways to do that. You can let the print store do it for you. You just click the little button for print store, and there are books already made for you. You can look at them and decide if you like them. You can also just manually select photos from your library and then tap on print store and order a book. You must complete that process all at once. I think the best way is to make an album first. Then you can keep fiddling with the pictures in the album before you decide to make a book out of it. So let me show you how. You can do this on mobile devices or on the computer. I want to show you on the computer. So I'm just going to my Google Photos on a Windows computer. I want to make a book of pictures of my mom. Now, I have 100,000 pictures in my library. If I had to go through and find all the pictures of her, I would be dead. But luckily, Google Photos has already done that for me. If you click on Albums and People and Pets, I will see Mom. Now, I gave it the name of Mom, and here are all the pictures of Mom that I have in my library. I probably have a few thousand pictures just of her, so I want to choose the ones that I'm going to use. And here is me as a baby with her. These early ones I definitely want. Now, this is going to take me a while. You select the pictures and you click the plus and you create an album. Rather than waste your time here, I've already done that. I've made an album called Mom for Book, so I can just search for that. And here are all the pictures that I have selected that I want to be in this book. I could go through and do some editing now if I wanted to, but when I'm ready, I just click the 3-dot menu and create photo book. Now on a mobile device, this is going to say order prints and then create photo book. And that's it. You're done. If you like what you see here, you can just go on to checkout. But there are several things that you can customize. Number 1, I want a different picture on the cover. So I just click here on the cover and I click replace. And it takes me back to the album, and I want that picture on the cover. Love that picture of her. Now this red exclamation point means that this is a low quality photo. Well, yeah, it is an old photo. It's probably cropped sufficiently from the original, but I have found that the quality is good enough. I know it's an old photo. I don't expect it to look like the current ones, and most all of these are old photos. I can add a caption. So this is me as a baby. I can click here, click add caption, and check mark. Now, if you are using an Android device for this and you have a description on the picture, it will autofill when you click on caption. That's a really nice feature, but it's Android only. I can also change the layout of a picture. So let's say that this one I would like to be full page. It's these options over here. You click that, and now that picture is taking up the full page. If I don't like the way it cropped the picture, you click on the picture, click crop, and now you can move it around to get a different part of the picture in the frame. You can also in here make it, enlarge, so zoom in and then crop and check mark. I can change the layout of this page to be a collage. It's going to take me back out to my library to the point where that picture was and ask you to select the pictures for the collage. So I have selected 3 pictures here and I click done. Add duplicate photos, sure, I will delete. So now I have this one page with a collage of 3 pictures, and I will get rid of this individual page over here that has the duplicate by clicking on the X. So those are the ways that you can customize. You can also drag things into different order just by click and hold and drag, and when you're done you click checkout. And I'm going to order a soft cover book for $25. And checkout. And you know the rest. This is just like every other shopping cart.
Right.
Lots of other places where you can get very customizable photo books, but if you want it quick and easy, Google Photos is the way to go. And you can do a fair amount of customization, but nothing like the other ones have. Now we're going to go to the Snapfish app and show you how you would make a coffee mug. First of all, you have to install the app. It's available on both Android and iOS. I'm going to show it to you on my Samsung, my Android. You need an account. I already have one. You choose your gift, you add your photos, you choose a layout, you look at it, and you order it. So let's give that a shot. So go back to my app. Now I've made a whole group of the photo gift apps.
Oh, that's an Android.
Yeah. Yep, I'm doing Android. There was the mixed tiles. That was that wall art that I showed you. Shutterfly, Snapfish, and Walmart. We're going to use Snapfish. I already have. You tap the 3-line menu and shop. And what do I want? I want a coffee mug. So just look at all these different things. You scroll down until you see mugs. And then there's still other types. I really like the ones that have the color inside. So I choose that one. And now it's telling me to select photos to put on the mug. Check this out. Google Photos is one of the options. This is new this year, I'm pretty sure. And the first time you do this, you do have to give it access. You have to give it approval. You have to sign in and all that stuff. But once you've done that, you can just go to your Google Photos and you can choose the photos that you want on your mug. This was a really cool one that we had in a photo that we took in Denver. You just check mark on that, on a photo that you want, check mark on another one, check mark on another one. And I think I want 4 photos for this example, and check mark. Now it's showing me that, it's just putting one picture all the way around the mug, and that's not a good layout for this photo. So I tap on this option down here for layouts, and I need to find one that has at least one vertical spot, and that one. Now I need it to be over in the vertical spot. So I go back to photos and I drag that photo up there. And then I drag that photo up to the middle and the other two. So you just drag your photos into place. I
don't want to go.
Okay. And then you can preview it. And it shows you what the mug is going to look like. You can rotate it around and see what it'll look like. If you like it, you tap order and you give them your credit card, etc., etc. So that's how you choose how you make a coffee mug using Snapfish and your Google Photos. A t-shirt and I'm going to use Walmart. Now, I do not recommend using every one of these. I'm just trying to give you an example with each one so you get the idea. So I have the Walmart app, also in my photo gifts. I tap Walmart, and then the 3-line menu and photo, because this is just the Walmart app. Anything that Walmart has, you can get using this app. You tap photo, and now it shows you all the different things. And I want apparel. You know, it's not just t-shirts, apparel and totes. I like getting my graphics, my photos on totes.
Andrew says a Christmas ornament on a coffee mug on a pillow would be neat.
There you go. Now, I don't want just a regular old t-shirt. I think this would be a great gift for Jim, an apron.
Yeah.
He does all the cooking around here. And look at that. It's only $10. Wow. And I can put a photo on it. Now, add photos. Now, this one does not have Google Photos as an option. So it does have Facebook and Instagram, and the Walmart site, the website, does have a way to get to Google Photos in it. That's cool. But meanwhile, so I downloaded the photo I wanted onto the device. I have to tell a little bit of a backstory here. We went to Italy a couple of years ago, and when we saw this big outdoor replica of the statue of David, they were selling aprons. They were selling cooking aprons that had the David on the apron. And I've always regretted not buying that apron. So I can make one. I downloaded the photo of the David in a characterized manner.
I posed for that, you know.
Exactly. So this is the apron for you. I just chose that picture, and it should go into, now that layout is also not good, so I have to tap where it says layouts. We don't want his head chopped off. And it shows me, well, there's just a landscape layout and a portrait layout. I change it to portrait, and now the whole statue of David is on the apron. I can preview it. I can add to cart, and it'll be here in plenty of time for Christmas. It'll be such a surprise.
Right.
Okay, so that's Snapfish and Walmart. The only main one left is Shutterfly, and it's just kind of the same thing. So I'm just going to show you on Shutterfly. You just scroll down, and you have all of these different things. I want to search for mousepad. and add photos. Now, once again, Shutterfly has access to Google Photos. The first time you come in here, you have to jump through some hoops to give it the access, but I did that. So here are all my Google Photos, and I can select a photo, to put on the mouse pad. And just last month, I was out at a Google conference for product experts on Google Photos, and I just love this picture of me. And then check mark, holding up the Google Photos, leading my Google Photos team, and it would be just great fun to have that on a mouse pad whenever I work. And obviously there's lots more, but that should give you the idea of the type of things that you can do with photo gifts.
Logbook.
That's next. Yeah. So, logbook. This is something completely different. This is not just photos. If any of you keep a blog or have noticed and I'm talking about our personal travel blog, this is the kind of book that I can get for my personal travel blog. And I've been doing it for a long time. I promote it to everybody, and now I've made a video on how to do it.
Okay.
Hi, this is Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and in this Show Me video, I want to show you how to make a book out of your blog. I've been keeping a blog since 2003, and every year I make a hardbound, full-color book of my blog post. Let me show you what I mean. First, you need to see our blog, geeksontour.blogspot.com. And for example, earlier this year we did a fabulous trip to Australia and New Zealand, and I would like to make a book out of that time. Let me just show you a couple of posts. So on January 22, we went off to Australia, and this is my post. And then we were there through the rest of January and all of February until this date when we were in Christchurch and we left and came back home. I want those dates to be put into a book so that I can send it to my friend Melinda, who joined us for part of this trip. Let me show you how. I use a system called Blog to Print, and I've done this several times before. So I have an account and I am using Blogger. Notice you can use WordPress or Tumblr as well. You create an account so that it can save your books. I have a lot of them, but for this I am going to start a new book. And we just say get started. What platform? I'm using Blogger. The address, and make my book. It wants to know the range of dates, so I wanted that to start in January 22 and end in February 28. I want a blog book, not just a photo book. I've already done that. Compact means that it squishes things so that they don't look like the exact same as the blog pages do. I use that when I'm creating a whole year's worth to save in Pages, but for just this 6 weeks, I'm going to use Snapshot, which it will look on the book just like it does on the blog. And I will put a page break in between each post, and I will make the photo size large. Like I say, when I'm doing a year's worth, I choose the smaller options. I can change the cover. There's all sorts of covers. I think that seashells is pretty nice. And the title can be both on the front cover and on the binding on the side. I can choose a cover photo, click on Choose File, and find a picture file on your computer. There's the one that I want. You can also choose a back cover. I won't now. You can write a paragraph that will be on the first page, but you don't have to. I click Preview Book. And here's the results. That's what the cover will look like. I click on the arrows and go through, and it tells the whole story with pictures of our trip to Australia and New Zealand. I can order a hard cover for $60 or a soft cover for $45 and have it sent to my friend Melinda, who joined us, and I think this will be just a great gift. That's how to make a blog book using blog2print.com.
Cool.
You know, the absolutely wonderful thing about doing these shows, doing the teaching, I hadn't thought of that until putting together this lesson. And now I am going to send that book to Melinda. I think it's just a great thing.
I think so too.
And did you notice I talked about buying a hardcover book or a softcover book for $60 and $40, but the third option was to get a PDF for $9.95, regardless of how many pages are in the book. So I do that for every single book I order too. I basically have a backup, a digital copy of every book I've had printed.
So you can have your whole blog backed up in PDF.
In PDF. And that's what I did because our entire website is on WordPress, so meaning it's blog. It has blog posts as its fundamental core thing. So I am able to tell Blog2Print to get all the posts that are the What Does This Button Do show notes for the last 2 years. Now, it came out to 285 pages.
Wow.
But as a PDF, no.
Doesn't matter.
No problem. So I did this. I'm getting a print copy for myself, but I mean, if you want a print copy, I don't know, it's about $100, that we're not giving away. But on our website, if you are a member, we have posted the link to this 285-page PDF that is all our show notes for the last 2 years. Let's show them where to find that, Jim.
All right. Is that on our webpage somewhere?
Yep. Go to geeksontour.com.
All right.
And then you choose the menu item for tutorials and where it says ebooks. So all of our ebooks are available as part of membership. And now there is a new one there. The What Does This Button Do 2018 and 19. Go ahead and click on it. And you can just read it here if you want, or you can download it by clicking that little down button. Now, you would need to be logged in as a member. I mean, if you're not a member and you go here, it's going to stop you and ask for a login. So he can download it, but let's just look at it first. There's a table of contents, and it's a clickable table of contents. Just scroll down. So let's look at this table of contents for a minute. So QR codes. Let's say that you're interested in learning more about QR codes and you happen to miss that episode of episode 146. You can just click on the link there, click on the chapter name, and here you have the complete show notes for that episode of What Does This Button Do? And notice they're not just kind of an outline. They are detailed show notes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of proud of those.
I think it's a really cool thing.
So
absolutely.
2 years worth, free to our members. Merry Christmas.
All right. So we do invite you to sign up for our free newsletters, geeksontour.com/news. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you like what you're seeing here, go ahead and click on like. We would appreciate that. And get Mrs. Geek's Guide to Google Photos at Amazon. It's also on Kindle. And that makes a great Christmas gift, too.
Or the ebook is available on the website. For members. Free.
For members. Okay. And any other questions there? Let's see. Chuck had a question up there. He says, when taking selfies, some of the time the writing behind us is reversed and he doesn't know why. You don't know either?
Do you? I haven't. People say that. And I know that when you're using a different system, like if you're using Facebook and you click the camera, it might be different than when you use the regular. But I have not noticed that when I take a selfie. I will pay attention.
Yeah, I think it happens. It doesn't happen when I'm using my camera app, my regular camera app, but if I use what happened just the other day, some other app that uses the camera, but it wasn't the regular camera app. And when I looked at the pictures, I think it was just my logo was backwards, which means everything would have been backwards. So I'm not quite sure.
If you just use the camera, I don't think that happens.
Yeah. Was there an option to put a photo on the bottom of the Snapfish mug? It looked like something on the bottom as it rotated around.
On the bottom?
Or inside the bottom, I think is what the question was.
I don't think so, but I didn't notice that. There is a little logo on the actual bottom of the cup.
Yeah, but that's theirs, yeah.
You're talking about inside?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice where you could put anything in there. Okay. And will the blog book cost more for New Zealand or other places, or are they printed there?
Might cost more. I mean, they're in New Zealand dollars. And the shipping. Oh, and I didn't mention that. If you were interested in the Google Photos photo book, you have 3 more days for free shipping on the Google Photos photo book. Now, the blog book, I almost always wait for a coupon code. I ordered 2 books just a couple weeks under Black Friday. They gave a 45% discount coupon code, but that has expired now. I probably have to wait till after the first of the year before they.
But they do have regular discounts.
It's
great coupons, yeah.
Yeah, if you sign up for an account, you will get the emails for that.
Cool. Well, our app of the week this week is Jib Jab. It's a fun app that can make animations with your own faces, and you can put your friends in there, and you can make videos. I'm not sure if this is clickable or not. See what happens. No sound.
There we go. The gift of laughter.
It's just too much fun.
The best gift of all.
But it is an app that you can put on there, and you can. It works for both Android and Apple. There's even a web-based app on there where you can make these e-cards, and you can also do animated GIFs and some other things in the app. It's really just for fun, and I think everybody should have some fun around this time.
Yeah, Elf Yourself is another one, but Jib Jab is the one that we seem to gravitate to.
All right. Any other questions? Michael says, one thing I did this year was make a photo album of just people's photos that I have a package for. Then I made prints and sent them to CVS, and now every package has
So just customizing everything, huh?
It's pretty cool. Right. Well, we do invite you to become a member at geeksontour.com there, and go to our website, geeksontour.com. Everything we have is going to be there, and you can find it there. YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on that bell and get notifications. Questions? Well, we have some questions for you. All right. Did you learn something? True or false? Google Photos can make photo books without involving any other services.
Yep, that's one way that Google Photos is starting to monetize Google Photos so that it will stay around forever.
Okay, true or false? You can add captions on Google Photos books.
Very true, but they are just captions, not whole paragraphs.
Very limited, yeah. Which apps can access Google Photos for photo gifts? Shutterfly, Snapfish, or Walmart?
Actually, they all can now. I thought it was just Snapfish, but Shutterfly app had access to Google Photos, and the Walmart website had access to Google Photos. Snapfish was one of the first to do it.
What kind of gifts can you have your photos on them? Coffee mugs, t-shirts, Christmas ornaments, or anything you can think of?
Absolutely anything you can think of. One of the fun things is puzzles. You can make a puzzle out of your photo.
And how many photos can a Google Photos book have?
100.
How much does a Google Photos book cost? A, $50 to $500, $10 to $75, $250 to $1,000, or $5 to $25?
B, it is a minimum of 20 pictures for $10, and a hardbound book with 100 pictures in it is around $75.
Okay, very cool. No backstage pass today. We're going to a party, and my sister Debbie says it's cute. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
So, Chris, what's the webpage that lists all of our weekly shows?
geeksontour.com.
And the page that lists all of our recent newsletters?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is blogs and news.
And why do people pay $60 a year to join Geeks on Tour?
So they can ask us questions on our Q&A page. Another benefit is to gain access to our hundreds of tutorial videos, learning guides, 7 ebooks, including 2 years worth of show notes to get of these written notes. And sometimes people don't take advantage of the benefits. They just become a member to say thank you for all the stuff we do for free. And thank you.
So next time, we will
have at least one more show in December, if not, and probably next week.
Yeah. But if you have an idea for any of these shows, you can go ahead and put a message, or drop a message, drop an email, drop a comment.
Facebook.
Anywhere that you can find us and leave a message. But if you have questions about the stuff that we teach and you are a member, please ask those in the Q&A forum because they tend to get lost. All right, that's it for this week. I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And we're Geeks on Tour.
Keep pushing those buttons.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot for
Merry
watching.
Christmas.
And we'll see you next time.